welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the following video. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe for more similar content. Ta! Alright, welcome back everybody. My name is Aters and today we're playing Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today we're playing on Prion Terraces against a player named Lunatics. He's a Zerg player, but I'm just going to keep it on my perspective, obviously. And let's go ahead and get going. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, say good luck to my opponent. And I've been watching one of the Grandmasters play, and I've noticed that he changes where he puts his pylons, depending on who he's playing. Like if he's playing against a Terran player, he'll kind of bunch him up against his Nexus. And against Zerg players, he puts them down, and actually makes a wall on his first to protect his main base. So I dropped a 13 pylon down there. I don't know if that actually makes any difference whatsoever, but I thought, well, that's maybe it is for something. So I decided to try it. So I dropped that, and dropped a 13 pylon, 14 assimilator. And I was going to drop a Nexus first, but I thought, well, a lot of Zerg players are just going for those fast Zerglings, so I better get a Gateway. But the Gateway's a wee bit late, he's at 18, and I dropped the Pylon straight away again after it. And I'm just going to keep pumping out probes, trying to fully saturate that, and get the next one fully saturated almost before I even get the Nexus down. So I'm already going to have him go down there and mine from there, I guess. I don't know why I did that. I guess I was planning on dropping that, but again, because of the cheese that I was worried about, I decided to try and get some quick zealots out, try and block that off, and then go for a quick cybernetics core and then Nexus. But then, of course, I'm wrong, so I went Nexus first. And then got to sell it out as quick as I could. So now on my way back up, I'm going to drop a Cybernetics... Or on the way back down. Whatever. Anyway, I went Nexus and then Cybernetics core. Either way. Whatever works, right? So I'm going to drop that, and I'm going to get 2 Zealots out. Excuse me. I'm going to get 2 Zealots out, fully saturate this base. Once my Cybernetics core's up, I'm going to be going Warp Gate, Chrono Boost that out, and actually currently I'm Chrono Boosting out the Zealots to make sure, because usually I've either am just about to see Zerglings or I already have. So that's kind of my my thinking right now. But as soon as my Cybernetics core's out, I'm going to be dropping, doing the Warp Gate, Mothership core, and the Stalker. And again, I'm still just trying to, fully saturate this base, my second base, so that I can afford to, to keep going. I'm just about supply block, so I dropped 2 more pylons down here, and the one up in my main base, if I remember correctly. So I'm bringing out my Stalker. So this should be enough to, take care of the, 8 or 9 Zerglings that you usually see. But I am gonna go almost immediately, probably too fast, into Disruptors, because I realize now that I missed my Twilight Council, which Blink, you have to have Blink if you're going to go Disruptors, just so you can keep moving your army around. But anyway, got my Twilight Council and a Pylon going, Robotics Facility Pylon. Gonna keep pumping out Stalkers as much as possible. Gonna drop in another 2 gateways? 2 gateways, yeah. And slowly but surely getting that fully saturated. And as soon as that warp gate is done, I'm gonna, just continually start to warp in units. I'm surprised that I haven't seen anything yet. So, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, anything, really. So I put out my robotics bay. I'm thinking maybe like Mutalisks. If he hasn't attacked at all yet, maybe he's going like mass, fast mass Mutalisks. But still, the counter for that is either, well, it's either phoenixes or stalkers usually. But I got 12 in there, so I'm just about done saturating that. Got to get my observer out so that I can kind of see what's going on. I'm going to send him down there to take a wee look at his base. I'm going to warp in as soon as those two are done as well. I'm going to keep warping in units just to make sure that I've got enough, for his, what I'm thinking is either, Ravager, Roach, Zergling attack. And I should be seeing it any time now. Dropping a Forge for just for upgrades. Got 2 Disruptors coming out. And I'm going to be dropping in, about 4 or 5 photon cannons down there. Not right now, but I will be. So I got that down, and I should be dropping a few, quite a bit more actually. And just going to keep warping in, and eventually I'll have enough to go down and fight him. Now, I feel like I should be more offensive as Protoss, but I have been playing a much more defensive, kind of waiting for them to come to me, and when I defend, then I, do another round of warp ins and then take off and try and, and then press him back, or her, depends. I'm sure there are women that play this game. If you are a woman that plays Stacraft, or a lady, whatever, female, put it down in the comments below. I'd like to see how many women play this game, because I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But my opponent, I guess, is more PC to say. But anyway, I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm just gonna warp in and I'm gonna take off down there. But I noticed he hasn't taken his third base, because I already checked the gold base and he didn't have anything there, and he hasn't taken this other gold base. So he's got to be going 2 base something, which is odd to me. But I see he's got a crap load of roaches and zerglings, so hopefully those disruptors are gonna do all right. So I'm just gonna kind of sit here, and I'm gonna try and sneak up with my disruptors and try and get it to where I can hit them on the ramp and take out a crap load of them. But still warping in. Then I see him move on the mini map, so I'm gonna try and take off. But absolutely wasted that shot. But kind of lagged out a wee bit here, because if I didn't get this shot, and I thought I did pretty well on that shot. I love disruptor shots. They're so exciting to see. And so he's got his few roaches left, and I was able to clean them up. And so I'm gonna keep warping in more, gonna keep moving. I'm actually gonna drop 2 pylons down here to make sure that I can warp in as soon as I'm there, because you can see I was kind of flooding minerals, so I made a bunch more gates and a nexus so that I can keep up that big economy, because I know he doesn't have a third yet. So I want to try and keep that economical advantage. I also want to make sure and take out all of his site there, his creep. So you definitely don't want to have to fight on creep, and that's why you also need blink on your stalkers, because not having blink is just worthless. Now I put my disruptors up front on accident because I just moved, so they just and I almost lost them. That was such a close one. If I had hit that, I would have. I probably would have lost. I can't believe I did that. I caught it just in time. Now he's gonna be splitting, trying to take out my my disruptors. He does. They do end up taking one, but they've been running around for so long that my stalkers were able to keep shooting them as they're running around. So this is kind of game over for them. I accidentally built a robotics bay again down here, but I cancelled it. And so I killed his big army, so I'm just going to keep pushing him with my stalkers. Kill his queens, kill those roaches. He's trying to cover them up with his overseer. Didn't work. And I'm just going to warp in again, send them back down. and he leaves the game. So I didn't really get to defend it all, but I guess he was. I don't know why it took him so long to attack, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I'll have the build order down below, and if you like it, click like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.